Hi Varsha, good morning. How are you today, Varsha?
Hi Shanti, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. So, can you walk me through your profile, Varsha?
Yeah. Hi Shanti, I'm Varsha Penugonda. I'm a business analyst having a experience of decade, like a 10 plus years of experience. I have working in banking domain, which comes with the banking, insurance, retail, and capital market. My most of the expertise is in having practical and giving flexible solutions, wherein collaborating with the business solutions consultant, wherein the recommendation is to fix the issues, problem thinking, and
Mhm.
handling multiple stakeholders at the same time. And coming to my technical knowledge, I have been working on SQL, Power BI, and Tableau along with the visualization experience. And then I have little exposure to the Scrum and Agile environment, wherein I'll be working with the product owners, with the QA team, ensuring the testing is done along with the feedback and record accordingly and do the sign offs. This is the basic overview of my resume.
Okay, understood. So, now you tell me, so explain me your experience dealing with complex projects such as business transformation, custom build, and implementation of commercial of the shelf products. So, what challenges did you face and how did you overcome them? Complex projects.
Coming to complex projects which I have worked on in my recent project, I had a project wherein I was supposed to have the digital transmission of customers' information for the user-friendly environment, wherein I have to work with the stakeholders, I have to work with the business team and the QA teams and the development team to make sure everything is being aligned. But when we got when we were having this gap analysis and chat sessions among the different collaborative teams, we had a challenge where business came up asking to add a new feature. But when it comes to security and compliance issue, we were unable to add that because that displays the customer information without any further security details. Like for suppose, when we go into the particular screen, the customer just gives in the telephone number and it displays and pops up everything. But as per compliance issue, it shouldn't be happen. It should go through a security check just to make sure if the customer is that the particular customer registered with us, and then display the information. That's how we had a few collaborative issues with the stakeholder and with the development team, wherein my role is to convince the stakeholder and the development team so we all be on the same page. So I did a role wherein I showed them when it really happens to the business team, how the customer information has been leaked and we wouldn't be having the security. So we did a changes, like we just added two more features in it wherein customer needs to enter the OTP and then they will be able to see the loan information or the product information of their ID.
Okay, that's very good. So, now you tell me how you have handled the cost scheduling and adherence to code standards and corporate policies. So, provide me an example where you have done the project successfully managed.
Okay, coming to project management with the different teams, that's been very challenging as a business analyst because first thing that we need is the communication that needs to be clear and consent. So what I used to do is whatever meetings we used to have either with the development team or with the stakeholders, I try to document everything and send a report every time, every 2 days or 3 days, just to make sure we all are on the same page. The communication part.
Okay, so cost control and the scheduling.
Cost control and scheduling, I used to do is when we go into a development phase, sprint phase, I try to have the required team members in it, try to maintain the same required team members, complete the project within the deadline so we don't increase the deadline and as well as the cost efficiency there. Scheduling part, we have always the sprint meetings and the scrum meetings every day for 30 minutes. I try to make sure that all the tasks aligned for that particular day is completed on time. So that's how my scheduling works, prioritization of work.
Okay, understood. So, walk me through the process of business required document. So, system specifications, use cases you have used for any project. How do you ensure to meet the project objectives?
Yes. So first thing, I would go with the process requirement document, start with the scope. I would start my process documents with the scope, process and elicitation and definition of the project, then the scope and selection, the process requirement, then the process analysis, and gather the risk aligned with that particular project or aligned to that particular scenario, and then gather the requirement prioritization of tasks needs to be done, allocation of the task, and then communicate and document accordingly as per the BRD.
So, can you explain me your day-to-day activities in your project current?
Okay, my day-to-day activities. First thing in the day starts. I try to check the emails and prioritize my work as per the business requirement or as per the my project deliverables. So then I have a scrum call just to make sure all the tasks of the previous day is completed, and then align the new task accordingly. Prioritize my work by seeing the emails, try to reply to them accordingly, and then if any calls need to be scheduled with the stakeholders or with the business requirement of business users, we try to just gather those information and have the calls done and document accordingly.
Okay, so how do you collaborate with quality analysts, developers, and other stakeholders to achieve project goals?
Okay. We had a scenario wherein I was supposed to work with the development team, quality team, just to make sure we are all on the same board. So after gathering all the requirements from the business or the stakeholders, I try to meet with the development team and with the QA team, aligning with them the task. I try to have the meetings every 3 days, weekly twice, just to make sure we all are on the same page. So the collaboration, the meeting will be together. So the QA team can share their challenges, development team come up with their challenges, and we try to fix it in that particular call itself.
Okay. So, how familiar you are with agile methodologies and the lean technologies? Lean working techniques.
Agile and Lean, I have been working since couple of years on the same thing, wherein it improves and that is very much efficiently in compared to the cost than compared to the other work style that we do. It's like mostly prioritizing the work, taking the decision, and having the methods to implement and refine the processes.
So, describe the situation where you have handled the conflicting priorities from multiple stakeholders, and how did you manage the situation?
Okay. Everybody do understand when it comes to a business analyst position, it was always complicated. It's always like convincing members. For suppose if I have a issue from development team or the QA team saying that particular feature cannot be enabled, what I would try to do is I would try to do a little bit of chunk. As an example, have a meeting with my stakeholder, display them that this is what the error we are getting, or this is not the suggestible as per security or as per development rule, and make them understand that it's not just the oral thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a demo and properly document and give it to the stakeholders. And the same wise, if I have the requirement from the stakeholder, I will try to do a chunk with them to understand what screen they are looking or what are the new changes that they require, and try to explain the same with the QA team or the development team. And after that, I would try to have a meeting weekly once, at least for 30 minutes with the stakeholder, QA team, and dev team, to make sure we all are on the same page and there are no conflicts in between us.
Okay, that's very good. So, can you give me an example where you have encountered the unexpected challenges or obstacles? So, how did you handle to adapt them in to find a solution to overcome those challenges?
Okay, unexpected challenges. Yes, we do have that because uh, there was a scenario wherein I had a project wherein we were supposed to complete the target as per deadline, which deadline was already not realistic, but still we tried to do it. And at that particular time, I had a team member who has fallen sick, and we were unable to complete. In that scenario, I myself tried to pitch in to help the other team members, or I have allocated the other new team member there and try to complete the sprint as per the requirement. Because falling ill is something I feel that is unexpected. So I try to get the other team member or try to get little more time for us to complete the sprint.
So, how do you influence your stakeholders to adapt a new technology which you have already faced a success by suggesting in another project?
That's the thing that we can do through the visualization tool, how it works, how it has improved. I would show them my previous example, like how the process was, and after reframing the new process, how much time it has been saved, how much cost efficient, time efficient, resource efficient it is as per the tool. Like, most of the stakeholders do understand the visualization concept, so that's how I'm gonna show them. And then later they could, try to adopt. If they're okay, they will surely adopt. These days they are open to adopt, wherein because resource will be minimal, cost will be minimal, so they would encourage it.
Okay, so can you share me an experience where your significant success in the project, I mean, significant impact on your project, completion of your project?
Significant impact on my project. Okay, in my recent project, I had an issue wherein, we had a server failure. I mean, the entire server in one location, the one part was failed, and wherein me being a business analyst, I being the coordination, the collaboration link between the QA team and the business team. So in that case, we were supposed to route all the environment in that particular server to another location, and it would take time, and that wouldn't have that bandwidth also, because this is the main production that is like a backup. So now the main production server has been gone down, so we have to move all the traffic to the uh, BCP, like a backup server. So it would obviously take time, because we should make sure the BCP environment is ready to take so much of load. So we tried working with the security team to improve the protocol set, then the development team to make sure everything is deployed there, QA team to test if everything is ready there, then the production support team to make sure that the production environment is active in backup environment. And then we coordinated with the users to make sure they are able to see all the screen appropriately. This took almost 3 days for us, 2 days to us to complete the entire thing. And we were being appreciated in a very good level.
Yeah, okay, that's very good. So I'm done with the interview, Varsha. Do you have any questions, Varsha?
No, I just wanted to know what would the next interview process be.
Yeah, we are doing interviews. So once you are done with this round, our HR will get back to you, Varsha. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Have a good day, Shanti. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.